It's the hat.
Okay, I
Ooh,
did it. Look at this. It's amazing.
I'm
Now,
so
one thing I will
proud.
let you know, I take when by all means throw messages in, throw stuff in the chat. But if we don't hit it, you got to go ahead and unmute yourself and yell at us because I'll be blunt here. You know, I do also have it blonde for an excuse. So the thing is, I do sometimes get a little stuck in between all this technology as we're going through. But I am Sean. This is Scott. We are also known as the
Smoky Mtn Bears.
dun, dun, dun. Yeah, every so often I just check to see if he remembers who we are. And then we are actually really excited to talk to everybody about the fact that we are going to be joining with Chris and Alex. And we are having a hosted cruise where they are going to be our grand hosts for a lovely family celebration holiday. And now we're going to be doing all that, of course,
Oh,
with Ms.
no.
Lindsey G from Virgin Voyages. Yay! So this is the part where we get to go ahead and I get to introduce them, but then Lindsey's going to tell us all about Virgin. And Chris and Alex and I are going to be really good at distracting her and trying to throw as many stories in and see if we can actually check to see whether it's true that every time we throw a new story in, there's a new squirrel and Lindsey ends up on another slide.
Oh my gosh.
I'm so
You have a couple
squirrely.
slides first? Oh, well, no, I was introducing them. They get to say hi first.
Oh,
Yeah, okay. So I get that. Okay, you can tell we rehearsed this.
Yeah.
How about I hand that right on over to Miss Chris and Alex? Dun dun dun.
Hi, everybody. I'm the Chris
Yay!
half. My
Hi.
pronouns are she, her.
I'm Alex. I'm also she, her.
And we're so excited that so many people are on the Zoom. We're so excited to be doing this with both Lindsey and Sean and Scott. It will actually be our first cruise. I've never been on one, and Alex was as like a child. So
It doesn't count. What's it?
so this is a big deal for us, and we'd love to share that first with so many people, especially over the holidays, because the holidays can be very dicey, and you can find a lot of comfort in your chosen family. And it's easier just to be like, oh, are you coming to this? And it's like, no, I'm going to be on the high sea. I don't need to worry about any drama, any homophobic insult, anything of that nature. So we're really excited to be able to do this.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just excited to live vicariously through your eyes to also see all this firsthand.
I'm very excited. I mean, this is for everyone, but it's mostly just for me. I'm just kidding, but
I love
we're
it.
super excited.
Well, I will go ahead and introduce myself. Ahoy, everyone. Lindsey Girardi here. I actually have the honor of working for Virgin Voyages and get to work directly with amazing people like the ones we have here that are hosting. Oh, even though Sean's trying to show some skin up there, I saw that. But no, I've been with Virgin Voyages for about 5 years now. I've got 16 sailings under my belt, and I have to say, this is really a brand that encourages you to come as you are, be your true authentic self, and really have a good time. We'll go really deep into why we're a little different than a lot of other cruise lines, but just knowing that we just won Editor's Choice Award from Cruise Critic for best option for not only, best overall cruise line, best value for your money, but best option for anyone in the LGBTQIA plus community. It was really an amazing experience to just have that, honored to us. But it's been a great time. I've sailed with Scott and Sean. How many times have we sailed, guys? Don't keep me honest.
He's still in therapy.
I know. Well, I guess we could say worldwide, we've sailed together because we've sailed together here in Miami and all the way over in the Greek islands. And then I feel like we should add some more in there, maybe later. But yes, very happy to host you all and really excited to be here with Chris and Alex as well.
Yay. And so that being said, go ahead. We will let you know that we like to talk about the actual journey and what you'll see and what you'll get on the ship. And you're going to see these are all folks that real live folks, and there's a lot of them here that are on this call. But the most important reason why we have this up right now is I would like to point out a few things. Does everyone go ahead and see where is it? Oh, wait. Oh, they can't see where you are in that picture, can they? You see that dinner table down there, the second picture down at the bottom? Well, you can't see where Scott's sitting, but I bet you can guess exactly who was sitting right next to him. No, it wouldn't be me. It'd be that blonde Jessica that was over there. And now I want to point out, do you all see that picture of the pool? You see Jessica right there? Do you see that blonde? That blonde? She's covering up with a hat. Nope, nope. There she is. There she is, right next to Scotty. So I'm just pointing out. I'm noticing a theme here. Are y'all seeing this? And top right, isn't that Lindsey? I can't tell because we have all the pictures of everybody's face right over that thing. So there's Ms. Lindsey there. So I'm noticing there's a theme going on here, folks. I just want to point that out. But this is actually really fun. So you're going to see we are actually all over the place. Everyone here, there's sailors that have gone with us on these different journeys. And you know what's amazing? Everyone has gone with us and they're all coming back. And people go back with us routinely. And part of that is because of the truly unique nature of what happens on Virgin Voyages and what we try to do to make everything a little bit more special. So when we're talking about the voyages tonight, ask about Virgin, we're going to tell you. Ask us what we do that's different. And really the whole thing about it is, and the reason that we embrace Virgin so much is that it is a place where you can go and be your authentic self, to mimic Lizzie. And it's absolutely true. If you want to go and you want to party to 4 o'clock in the morning, go for it. They support you in that. And if you want to go and you want to just rest and you want to go back to your room early and then you want to get up and do 6 a.m. yoga and at the sunrise, you won't see Scott there, but there's a good shot that, Lindsey and I might actually go. So, but that being said, they'll support you in that. They will support you in whatever type of experience you want to have. And all those smiles that you're seeing everywhere, they're all real. And that's the fun part about it. And by the way, bottom left, that happened to be a private cocktail party that we got to have on one of our groups over at Bimini, Virgin's Resort. That was where we had the Mark's birthday bash, right? And we'll be celebrating Robin's birthday bash in August in Barcelona. Next slide.
Wow.
That's where Shay and Callie up there too. Yeah. Oh, we got more people. And what's great, I want to point out, do you see how much Lindsey says she's never read, not ready? You'll notice we're wearing our red because every Virgin cruise, there's a Scarlet Knight. And there she is, top center, all Scarlet Knight ready.
Wait, that outfit looks familiar. Where have I seen that before?
No, we're wearing different ones now.
Oh, we
It's
changed
2.0.
clothes. We may have
right,
borrowed
that's
clothes on a sailing or two.
That's
All in good
amazing.
fun.
All in good fun. So the thing is, though, you're going to find everyone, all those smiles are legit. And look at the ship itself is amazing. When you go on board a Virgin ship, there are folks that you will meet and you will actually go with them again and you'll make friends with, and some of which you'll talk every single day with. And it is absolutely amazing because I'll say, I tease about Jessica. We met her on a sailing and we all became such good friends. Jessica, how many cruises have we been on? 4, 5, 6? I mean, and now your mom's going, right? I mean, we've kidnapped the whole family. And even the folks that are over there on the that we went on with Resilient Lady, they were going to be on a ship with us this year 2 times. We've actually had 3 cruises with them that we were supposed to have. So that was still going to have, but not right now. So here we go. Oh, what's new about us? So a few things. One, we are part of the Virtuoso Network. That means that we are in the top 1% of travel agencies worldwide. We have actual backup here where we actually now have an air desk that anyone who needs help with, we can actually book those for you as well. And we do have some hotels and resorts with absolutely amazing benefits. And just because we have those does not mean it's going to cost you more. As Roche and Callie will tell you numerous times, they're amazed all the time. I think they're even on the call, but they're amazed because we've gotten them some truly incredible rates, especially at some of our more boutique resorts like the Axel in Miami Beach. And Chris and Alex do know about the Axel. And then Chris and Alex, you actually experienced one of our hotels, didn't you?
Oh, the
Beekman.
Beekman. The Beekman was
Yeah.
absolutely stunning. And I mean the shower products, we think about that smell all the time of all the things. No,
All
that
the
was an
free stuff you
absolutely
got.
beautiful property in New York City. I mean, the service was amazing. Just the lobby, everything. We were just like, wow, this is a very New York experience.
And not only that, our hotel rooms were actually, we paid $300 less per night than it was on Expedia. And you had $100 waiting for you to be able to spend on food and beverage. And we had, I mean, we had free breakfast every morning also, and that was not a buffet breakfast or anything. That was like real full breakfast made to order.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And the last thing that we added on there was also International Lifeline. I mentioned that because with the craziness of everything going on in the world today, I wanted to make sure that we had some type of representation, some type of membership protection. So anytime I'm booking things now, we actually automatically include a trip membership with International Lifeline because I want to make sure everybody's traveling safely. And no matter what happens, if you suddenly anything crazy happens, you're able to get home.
All down in Santorini on the steps coming down.
Oh, that was so much
Might be
fun.
Lindsay actually was like, "Do we need to get him hydration therapy?" She was ready. So
Oh
that
my
very good. And keep going. Dun, dun,
Oh, I know
dun.
this one.
And this is a great slide for Lindsay.
Well, guys, let me introduce you all to my lady ships. This is all my lady ships in our fleet. What I love about our ships is they really are built the same. So if you've been on Scarlet, you know what Valiant Resilient's going to be like. However, the entertainment, the menus, there's going to be certain things that are different for ship to ship. Now, we're more of a medium-sized ship. We're not a massive city at sea. You're not going to have 8,000 people to, try to get buffets and things through. We are about 2770 when it comes to our sailors. That's what we call our passengers on board. And it's about one crew member to every 2 sailors on the ship. So it feels like almost like a small town feel. It's a great place to make friends. I mean, you will actually maybe have some dinner next to some folks on the first night and end up hanging out with them the whole sailing because you just clicked and had a great time. Now, with our 4 ships that we've got, let me tell you a little bit about them. So Scarlet Lady, she's our firstborn. I'm not saying I have a favorite, however, because we never have favorite children, right? But Scarlet was our first one to come out. She stays here in Miami doing 4 and 5 night sailings throughout her season. She's actually going to be going over to the Mediterranean this summer because it's almost time for her facelift. If anyone knows anything about ships, every now and then they have to go in for a bit of facelift. So she's going to go over there, do some sailings out of Barcelona, and then come back refreshed. Then during our winter season, we actually have 2 ships here in Miami. Valiant Lady is here doing 6 and 8 night sailings, so longer itineraries, as well as doing some nice sailings out of San Juan, Puerto Rico. Yes, Kiara, Mandy, I would love to get a group out there going out of San Juan, doing that Caribbean. Anytime you guys are interested, you know who we need to round up and get a passport. But yes, let's do that soon.
Ashley's scared of water.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it. But of course, Valiant Lady, she's actually going to stay here and do the 4 and 5 night sailings during our summer season and doing some longer holiday sailings as well. Then we have a Resilient Lady. This was actually the ship that I got a chance to sail with Sean as well as Scott because Sean was part of my top 10 in the whole territory and the whole nation. So I was able to host him on board along with Scott, his fabulous +1 always. Resilient actually started sailing May of this year out of Athens, Greece, doing 7 night sailings there. And then, of course, now she's in Australia doing her winter season. She's about to make her way back over to the Athens area where we're also adding additional ports of call, like right outside of London and Portsmouth, doing stops in Scotland, Ireland, and Iceland as well.
Oh.
Ooh,
Lindsay
I know.
doesn't know because she hasn't. I may have attended a meeting today that Lindsay didn't. And I might even be more in the know than Lindsay on a few things right now. But what she didn't know is that anyone who wants to go on those journeys, we happen to be hosting those exact journeys. And she didn't even know that. So, Lindsay, I'd pay you the $10 I usually give you for every reference, but not on that one. That was a freebie because you didn't know. So, we'll just get that one in there.
Well, I know there's a little sad face by Brilliant Lady. However, it's not a sad story. It's actually a triumphant story. Brilliant Lady was going to launch this past winter, but we decided, you know what, let's give her a little more time to, get set up. We had a bit of production delays, which of course we don't want to give anyone a half full ship. We want to make sure everything's crisp and clean. So now she's actually going to be sailing later on. We will actually tell you guys when she will be sailing a little closer to time. But right now, let's focus on our 3 ladies that are sailing at this time.
And the thing I always try to let everyone know, and believe me, Lindsay says it much better than I do, but the thing I love about Virgin, everything's included. And one of the most frustrating things is for those of us that have cruised with other lines is you go on board, you think you've bought your package and you think you're done and you think that you're going to go ahead and order your drink and everything is great. And then they turn to you and they say, well, you know, there's an upcharge for that. And there may actually be someone on this call who will remain nameless, Della, who went ahead one day and just said, you know what, I am tired of you saying that every single meal. Can you just assume that I know I'm going to have an upcharge and just let me go ahead and have my darn drink? Because it's really ruining my vibe. And it gets to that point. You do not have that issue when you get on Virgin Voyages. They know all the restaurants are included. There's no restaurant upcharges. The gratuities are included. The Wi-Fi is included. All the exercise classes are included. Not that Scott would know. But the thing is,
I would too.
oh, that's true. I did make you go on your birthday at 8 o'clock in the morning to Bungee Fitness. Oh, full disclaimer, Bungee Fitness. I went thinking, you know, there'd be a picture of a drink in front of me. I would like do some things. I'd fall on my face. I'd laugh. I'd chug my drink.
No,
No,
it's a
that was a real
full-on workout.
What the hell? That was not what I had signed up for. They should make you sign a disclaimer that you have to work out.
Wait till you do the VHS workout. It's like a Richard
did
Simmons, Jane Fonda. You think it's gonna be fun. You got shake weights.
You got a shake weight. Oh God, it was horrible.
However,
Wait, I would love to do that.
that's
That
a
sounds right up
workout.
my alley. I would bring a leotard for that. That sounds incredible. I
Honey,
The
love it.
neon, everything.
They had Aquanet there. The old hairspray. Yeah, it was that bad. Okay. Ms.
Well, we've got to talk about our 20+ eateries. Of course, we have all of those amazing things that are already included. I mean, that's up to $1,000 per person inclusions. Nothing that you have to worry about being nickeled and dimed. I love where even the drip coffee, because I don't do dairy, I can ask for oat milk and there's no additional charge. Even to the point of just having my water refilled without having to worry about water packages or soda packages. That's huge, especially when you're traveling. Now, I always say bring a refillable cup as well. It doesn't have to be something that you have to fight at Target for, but you know, it could be something nice to get it refilled because you also have those drinks included. Now let's jump over to dining. I wanted to talk about our 20+ eateries at sea. We do have 6 specialty dining restaurants. There's no additional charge to have your dinner or brunch here in these areas. What I love is each restaurant really has its own vibe, but there's no formal dress code for any of these spaces. We got rid of big dining halls. We got rid of buffets, so you don't have to worry about that stuffy formality. We really wanted to make sure our Michelin star chefs created a menu that is one of a kind, that you're not going to get anywhere else, but really just give you a taste of something new and something different. And like I mentioned, even though our ships are all sister ships, they all have their own unique taste to them as well. So if you've had all of our restaurants on Resilient Lady, that doesn't mean go to Scarlet and you're going to get the exact same thing. You might be getting a whole different menu, but the restaurant looks the same. So keep that in mind. Now, of course, not only do we have our wonderful 6 specialty dining restaurants, but you can go and grab a specialty coffee. Of course, I'm going to make sure you get your macchiato. I'm not going to take that away from you for 6 to 8 days. Then, of course, if you want, you know, some fast food options, we have something that's called the galley. It's almost like a food truck feel where you could go to different spaces and grab your favorite bites, quick bites. Then, of course, who doesn't love a 2 a.m. pizza run, especially when you've been dancing and having a good time? This is oven baked pizza that's made fresh when ordered, and it is amazing. Definitely try the Pretty Fly for a white pie. And I'm vegetarian, so I love that when I'm on the ship, there are vegan, gluten-free, and vegetarian options at every place that I go to on the ship. Now, I do have to highlight that all of our drinks, we have mocktails, cocktails, anything you could think of. When it comes to our wines, about 80% of them are, of course, by the glass. And what I love is $10 already included into that. Can you imagine getting a glass of wine for $10 and gratuities already included? I live close to Fort Lauderdale and I can't get that when I go out. What I love also is if you want a draft beer, they're about $9. Remember, gratuities included in that. And then when you go into your basic cocktails, they of course go up from there depending on the shelf of alcohol that you're putting in. But I love that basic cocktails start out about $9. And let me tell you, when you're at the dock and you're having those skewers of shrimp and octopus and you want a great sangria and it only costs you $9, and while you're sitting in the sun watching the waves go by, it is worth it 100% just for that.
Don't get the glass of sangria, get the pitcher. It's a lot more economical and it saves you time.
Wow.
They'll give you a straw.
That's true.
I
It's
wouldn't
a
know, though.
sustainable straw.
Yes.
Important.
Now, what I love is also we do have something like a drink package. However, it doesn't have where everyone in the cabin has to purchase it. It's called Bar Tab, and we actually adjusted it a bit to where first we were just $300 for the Bar Tab, and we'd give you an extra $50, but we'd have tiered that into $200 and $100 increments also. So if someone wants to buy a $300 Bar Tab and someone sailing with you wants to just buy the 100 because they don't drink that much, perfectly fine. Now, what makes our Bar Tab different than most drink packages? Not only does not everyone in the cabin have to purchase it, but there's not a certain tier of alcohol that you actually can only use. And if you want to buy the whole bar, a round of drinks, you can. We don't tell you who to purchase for and how to use your money. Now, I also wanted to highlight, not only can you purchase alcoholic beverages with this Bar Tab, but if you want to use it in that specialty coffee locations grounds club, or if you want to grab a great mocktail, you can use that also. So really nice.
Love that.
Oh, the awards. Sean, I'm telling you, we could go on and on about all the awards that Virgin Voyages keeps winning. It's really amazing how a company that's only been sailing for about 2.5 years keeps the accolades rolling in. Now, of course, Con Nast just gave us an amazing honor of being part of the best large cruise ship when it comes to the cruise line. Now, when it comes to Cruise Critic Cruise Choice Awards in 2023, we swept the whole Cruise Critic Awards. We're the only cruise line to ever do that. We won all 5 awards. No one else got anything. Sorry, guys. So that right there just really tells you we decided to make a cruise line that wasn't like your cookie cutter cruise line. We wanted to do all the things right and get rid of all the things that people hate about cruising. And guess what? It's showing. Now, I know we really didn't highlight this, and I'm sure you have it somewhere, but how nice is it? We are an adults only cruise line. You must be 18 and over to sail with us, which is very nice because, of course, adults need your own vacation vibes also. Whether you love kids, work with kids, surrounded by kids, you need a reset button and just a place to go and have your own vacation without having to worry about who's around you and the responsibility of having others, children's around you. Ah, ooh, everybody.
Ooh, I ran away.
I know. I have to highlight our sea terrace. So 86% of our cabins do have a view of the actual, sea. With it's so rare that only 70% of our cabins are these beautiful balconies. Why? Because these are top sellers on our ship. Now, of course, this one is set up for 2, so it goes into like a little L shape where it's head to head. But of course, this makes a European queen size bed if you want to sleep side by side. Your choice. I don't care. If someone snores, don't think I won't put them on the other side of that L shape. Now, what I also love is every one of our cabins do have a beautiful in-room fridge. So if you want to grab a nice little charcuterie box and bring it to your cabin for a late night snack, you can have it in there. Not that I don't
Never done that.
I go and get the charcuterie, I go and get the gummy bears, I go and grab a couple of cans of soda, and then I'm like, put it there just for those late night snacks, because you never know.
At this point, I feel the full need. Lindsey, go like this, la, la, la. So, Kara, when you go, since you have the deep blue benefits, this is what you do, because who needs to take all those extra steps? When I'm ordering gummy bears and I'm ordering the chocolate covered pretzels, I do not need all that exercise of walking all over to go get them. Because here's the thing, I work very hard at maintaining this shape, and people do not understand the efforts I have to go through. Do you know how much more I would have to eat if I had to do all those damn steps? I mean, round is the shape, girl. So here's the thing. What I tell people to do is when you have those deep blue benefits, right? You go ahead and you order some type of coffee to your room and order a cappuccino, order a macchiato, because you know it's going to be between $3 and $5. And what's amazing about that is since you had deep blue benefits, the room charge for the delivery fee for the room charge isn't there. It gets reversed because you get $10 per cabin per day. And you can then go ahead as you're ordering that and order your 5 Diet Cokes, 3 ginger ales, and whatever else you'd like to order to go ahead and have a fully stocked fridge. So do that as you're unpacking, and don't forget to add all the snacks for later.
Oh, and then we turn into night mode. So I
That's so
love that
pretty.
every one of my cabins.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, let's do one together. Ready?
Again.
Ooh. Okay.
And
So
no, Scott, do not do the spin and show the moon. No, stay right there. It's a PG show.
I love that every one of our cabins has a day mode and a night mode, and you can actually change the lights as well as open your balcony and control your TV through that little tablet that you see hanging on the wall there. Don't worry, if tablets are not your thing, we have an old school remote. We've got you covered. We're not going to throw a tablet at someone who doesn't want it. But what I love is with this tablet, you can change the lighting in your cabin. You can request laundry service. You can watch a movie. Did I mention that every one of my TVs has a fully loaded movies as well as music on there? Also, we added music channels. I'm so excited.
Nice.
You know, who doesn't like to go and get dressed with some nice music? And when you're on the music channel, it shows you where our ship is as it's floating through. So you can
Oh my
actually
goodness.
see where we are with some music rolling through. Now, when we go outside of my Rockstar suite, or excuse me, our sea terraces, if you'd like that sweet life, who likes to be a little bougie in their lives? Anybody?
Not me.
I love how Kiara just turned right at Mandy and said, who, her? Now we do have suites on my ship. Now with our suites, there's 2 different tiers. We have our Rockstar quarters. There's about 63 of those cabins throughout the ship. Those are European king size beds that do not go into that L shape. They stay in one fixed piece, but you have that full in-suite bar right there. The first round of drinks is on us. So whatever's in there, you've got that, a full mixology kit. You can just go and really have a fun Tom Cruise cocktail moment if you'd like, right there it's set. Now, of course, if you're in our rock stars, you actually get extra perks like early booking access to shore excursions, or what we call shore things, as well as your dining also. You get a concierge team on the ship, and you get upgraded linens and, you know, all the perks. Who doesn't love the nice little robe waiting for you that says Rockstar on the back of it? I tried to take it once and they pow-powed me for that, so don't do that. What I love also is you really have a great space. And not only that, that's the first tier of the suites. Then you go into our mega rock stars, and this is like the penthouse suites. So the first round of drinks on us, how about let's sweeten that deal and have drinks on us throughout the ship. Not only that, you get a transfer to and from the ship up to 50 miles from the port. So if you're here in South Florida, that's almost, you know, West Palm if you need a transfer. But this is like penthouse. If you want green M&Ms and a pink llama floaty waiting for you, we'll make it happen. Now, with that, they're only on deck 15. I only have a handful of these suites, but this is where you can host a big party and have everyone come on board. Now, I want to also highlight with both of my suites options, you actually have access to special places, not only at our beach club at Bimini called Richard's Retreat, but on the ship, we have Richard's Rooftop, where we have a specialty bar that has customized menu items that you can only get there. So there you go. There's my suites. Ooh. Sean, would you like to
Ooh.
talk about the supper series? Because you guys got to do more than me when it came to those.
Well,
Supper?
It's all in who you know or when.
I know every time I message, she's like, I'm in a show, I can't talk. I'm like, what show's happening? Oh, he got
So-
the hookup. I got you.
well, and this one I may have pimped out my ride here. So what I did was I made sure that I heard that, you know, the new show was going to be on Resilient, right? And I hadn't seen it yet, and I need to be able to tell all of you about it. And there were actually two new shows, one of which you actually, there is a fee, you know, all entertainment's free on board, but you'll pay for something if they are giving you alcohol or other things. This show, they give you a lot of different drinks. And if you sit upstairs, less people do, and they bring a lot enough for everybody, so you may get extra drinks. I'm just saying that for a few of you know who you are. So, but in any event, I heard that you could do that, and then I heard that you could win, you know, tickets to that show at the PJ party, because the very first night, what I really like is, you know, Virgin, everything's kind of low key that first night, because again, everybody's been traveling, they're tired, you just found your room, so you go to this great PJ party where they actually do serve milk and cookies, because it's a bedtime, right? So
Oh,
you'll have people coming in PJs, and then they'll have a little contest, a PJ contest, and it may have turned into a twerking contest. So and if you win it, you go ahead and get free tickets. So I may have sent Scott over to the twerking contest to make sure he won. And so, you know, thanks to Scott, we got to go see this show because he did come in first. And we then went ahead and went to the lovely, this is for the Rose show, right?
Another rose, yes. And no one else on this, Lindsay doesn't even know this. The hostess of that show was someone I knew personally that lived here in the Smoky Mountains.
Yeah.
That
Look,
worked in one of the theaters in town. And when she said, "Where are you all from?" and I told her, she goes, "Oh my gosh." And then we started clicking and was like, "Oh, we're putting things together." So ready?
Oh.
there's a video.
Hicks or did happen literally. Oh,
Is the sound playing?
The sound is not playing, but it's a beautiful visual.
the soundtrack in my
sound.
Well, then we
ears
can
is
skip
nice.
Oh, but it's so
The
beautiful.
sound won't play it over there. There's something about sharing it, so don't worry about it. Okay. We'll skip this then.
Oh,
Wouldn't it?
whoa, whoa.
Oh yeah, it's a whole thing. And what I
It's a
love
whole
is
thing.
the
This-
story is
Yeah.
amazing.
Well, sorry about that. It's on YouTube. We'll send everybody links afterwards. We've got it up there for you. No, you have to do something special in the beginning. Lindsay told us, and we listened, but we just weren't good at it. Hit escape and you'll be fine. There you go.
Hey.
Nope,
no,
start it again.
yeah, oh, you have to go all the way to the end.
No, I think I have to.
Oh, that's right. We had to do this last time. We have to exit and then exit.
I
do
love
something else.
videos on slideshows.
We just won't do that anymore.
Give me 1 minute.
It's like it never happened.
Yes.
That never happened. These are
Everyone
not the
take a
videos you're
sip.
looking
This
for.
is just your moment to take a quick sip.
This- We're really doing this just for you. Resume. Son of a bad word.
Will it
Give me a
let you
second.
skip it?
Yeah, give me one
Yeah,
second.
but I rushed him and said, no, go ahead and skip. Use that.
Yes, give me 1 minute and I will fix it.
He's an IT guy.
But I have to say, IT guys with crowns, any day,
Mhm.
any day. I love
You're
it.
hired.
It really adds to
Love
it.
the qualifications.
And I feel what Brandy and Morgan said about knowing about these contests ahead of time, so you know like what themes to pack. And honestly, I would be even willing for us to come up with some themes like for our group to like bring on board, because like we love theme nights. It makes everything more fun, more better, obviously within reason, because we don't need people like spending an exorbitant amount of money on new wardrobe, but definitely using whatever you have work. I would love to come up with some themes.
We do
too.
commit to
I'm
Don't get
telling you,
frustrated,
I
Andy.
love the VHS workout because you can really bring that neon in. It
love
comes with sweatbands, but of course, if
I'm
you
gonna
want to
guess that.
elevate it, make it fun. We have dodgeball tournaments on the ship also. There
Gosh,
is a 90s boy band
Okay.
class for anybody that remembers the Bye 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 moves. I don't know.
I
who
know
would
that
do
much.
Oh, you're in.
Well,
Perfect.
you're
Right.
too young. You're too
Mhm.
young, but it's just a
And then we
YouTube
got
video away
Sheridan.
to
Mhm.
see it.
Are
And
you
then
kidding? I have Backstreet Boys posters in my room.
there is a
I think, right?
Rubik's
Cherry Street.
party
Yeah.
where it's
you
all
good.
80s versions, and it's so much fun.
Oh,
So
that
yeah,
sounds so
each ship, like I
fun.
said, the entertainment is
grandson.
different, but we'll make sure whichever one you guys are going on, we'll let you know what entertainment is on the ship. That way
Oh,
you'll be
perfect.
all set.
Oh, there's Lindsay.
Like, look, we're
you.
talking
So
about those
considerate.
right now. The PJ party, Studio
I am
70.
just nothing but topical.
I mean, that was perfect. Who knew?
Segue, really.
So yeah, so we had to skip a couple of little videos there because we weren't good on the videos this week. Sorry about that. Ever since they've done that last upgrade in Zoom, the videos haven't worked the same. I don't, Lindsay, have you had the same issues?
I'm gonna say yes. Sure.
Okay. Okay. Well, then later on you can teach me that one and I can teach you Facebook Live. So
Oh, yeah.
so we do have new itineraries, and you see all those people laughing. That's because they know Lindsay. So
I failed at
she's like,
Facebook
I'm
Live.
doing a live now. I'm the only one here, but
Yeah, it was awful.
Yep. So, yay, we have brand new itineraries. These are some great ones. And why is it doing that?
There you go.
What happened?
Good.
All right. So, Lindsay, would you like to kind of take over and tell them all about the new itineraries?
Let me make sure no echo.
You don't know
All
any
right.
of these slides, and neither do I.
Oh, sweet. I'm so excited. All right.
You-
Is Irresistible Med and Rome. So I actually got to go on the Irresistible Med sailing this past September. Anybody that knows me knows that every September I'm on a ship, whether it's, shoreside, shipside, or stateside. This is actually the one we went on. It goes out of Barcelona. We have overnights in Ibiza, which is stunning. If you have not experienced an overnight in Ibiza, I highly recommend you going on this sailing. This is May 19th through the 26th, 2024. I know it seems like that's just a hop, skip, and a jump away because it's February, but that's okay. We've got plenty of options for this. I know, Sean, what do you have for cabins for this right now?
I actually have, what's that?
This is over Memorial Day.
This is over Memorial Day weekend as well, just so that way you know, for all of those that are trying to stretch their time off, Jessica. So, Jessica's one of my sailors who actually goes ahead and sends me the calendar at the beginning of the year that says, look, if you do trips on these days, I can get more PTO. So, but this one is great. And this one we actually have 2 rock stars. The Mega Rock Star is gone, and we have 4 balcony cabins and 2 ocean views.
Stunning.
Now, let me tell you a little bit about the Adriatic Gems birthday bash. So when Lindsay and I were on the Resilient Lady for our lovely Greek Isle Glow, we were over and I had done all this crazy itinerary stuff. And next thing you know, I found somebody else on board the ship who also did crazy itinerary stuff. And they ended up going to a lot of the places we went. Only then they said, wait a minute, how did you guys figure all this out on your own? And then now we've decided to band together, and here we go. So we're going to be on the Adriatic Gems birthday bash. This is really the other half of the Greek Island Glow, in my opinion. So this is part 2. And what's really neat is we've actually already organized several shore excursions that are unique to our crew. One of the things that we're doing is we have a giant yacht that is taking out 24 of us. And when I say a giant yacht, it is a yacht, and we're going out in Corfu, where we will actually then go to a bunch of the other islands local in the area and explore some of the caves. We've got wine tastings scheduled in Dubrovnik, and we have some truly incredible experiences. When we get there, we're also going to stay over at the Brown Aqua Pool in Athens. And that is an amazing, amazing hotel. And for some reason, the general manager of the hotel likes Scott, so therefore we get a discount. And what's nice is you walk in, and next thing you know, she goes, "Oh wait, you guys are here, champagne!" And now, if you walk in and you say we're with Sean and Scott, they actually give you a bottle of champagne when you get there. So
Oh my
just
God.
saying, you might want to go ahead and do that one. Then we are going to be, and I know Roche and Callie are on, and I think
Virgo
Robin's
here.
on as well. But yes, we are actually going to have Robin's birthday bash as we go to Barcelona, and we get to do, and we're doing to do the French days and Ibiza nights. Now, don't tell them all the surprises because I haven't bothered to send them an email to all of them yet. But there happens to be an EDM party in Barcelona, a whole circuit festival that's taking place beforehand. So we are all arriving in time that we're going to be able to go to that concert. And I was able to work out some VIP passes for us to be able to go to that party the night before. And then we're having a lovely exclusive tasting at Segura Viudas Winery. For those who haven't seen those, that happens to be a favorite of ours, for a favorite winery of ours for our Sunday brunches, where we teach people in my videos how to make a mimosa properly. We all saw that one, right? Yes. Where's the OJ, Chris and Alex?
Just waft
Oh,
it.
wait, a mist, really.
It's, didn't even make it out of the store. So the thing is, so we have that, and then we have more. But wait, there's more. And then we're also all staying at the Axel Hotel in Barcelona as we go through. And we have one of the exclusive shore outings there as well. Then we were going to talk about the UK to Spain and Morocco cruise, which is currently scheduled September 29th to October 11th on the Resilient Lady. Again, neat group there. You love the people. Hey, Lindsay, do you remember when I met some folks over and they at the Italian restaurant on board, Extra Virgin, and she had said how she never tried the, what was it?
Gnocchi.
So I said,
gnocchi?
oh wait, I ordered some. Here, try mine. And she took the plate.
Eat it all.
Yes.
Someone I never met, and she took the plate. Yes, I want to point that out. Well, guess what? We're now cruising with her. So we're
There you
going,
go.
and so we're all going together on the September 29th one next. But we have a lovely, huge group actually, and there's actually 4 different bear groups on board this ship, as well as 3 other LGBTQ groups, all on this wonderful Halloween bash that stops in Key West and Bimini. We
That's the
did
one I
this
wanna
one
be
because
on,
Lindsay
say.
said she's going to go.
Exactly. I will be a
And
bear if I need to be, if
and
I'm able to go on this one.
she said, "Oh, wait a minute, Sean, look at this itinerary. You're going to be in, Key West over Halloween. You've got to do a group on this one." So I did. So, I'm just pointing out, Lindsay, you're invited.
Well, what I love about this one is it leaves out on Wednesday and it comes back on Sunday. So it's not a lot of PTO days away, but it's still a great experience because you're on the ship, and Halloween on our ship is like no other. It is just an incredible party. And I have seen costumes come out because we don't limit you on how much luggage you can bring on the ship, which I like to highlight also for those that like to bring their costumes in. So yeah, this is a good one to definitely come on if you like to be over the top when it comes, or people watch when it comes to Halloween. This is it.
Incredible.
So one of the fun things for us is we've traveled, Lindsay and I have talked about how we travel together. For a lot of folks that know Chris and Alex, know that they are a million times better at documenting anything than I ever am. But we actually went ahead and I take all the pictures, but then I never post them. So here's the thing. We actually all just traveled together to New York City. And what's really neat is when we travel together, we leave no stone unturned. And I say that by way we literally kind of pack everything we can into those trips and make the most we can, getting everything to count. And I take that approach a lot of times because we don't know when we're going to be back, right? So on this last journey, it was really only 2 nights together, wasn't it?
Yeah, it felt like a lot longer than that because of how much we added in. But I mean, we saw Gutenberg on Broadway. The day before it closed, Sean was able to get us into that, which was incredible. It was such a funny show. We were so happy to be there. And then even before we headed out of the city, we went to Ellen Stardust Diner, and that was our first time going there. And I did not realize the cult following that diner has in New York City.
The amount of DMs that
The amount of DMs we got up being like, that's my favorite place ever. Oh my God, I used to go all the time with my mom. It was our dates. Like that place is intrinsic New York City, and I can't believe we hadn't made time to do it. So yeah, you never know what we're gonna get up to.
So, and here's the thing, they didn't have any of those plans. But after I took them to that diner and they got all those and people kept sliding into their DMs, that's when they figured out that this old bear is pretty hip.
Yeah, maybe you don't know how to tell the Uber where you are, but you're good at pulling strings and getting.
Yeah, you know what? That's what young people will go with this. Lindsey, I make friends with young people so they can actually go ahead and program it for the Uber, right? Because I can't read that damn phone.
Yeah, here, take
here's
this.
the thing. I mentioned this to y'all solely because the next slide is going to tell you a little bit about what we have planned. So currently, we are all scheduled and planned to go ahead and do our Australian holiday with It's Chris and Alex, where we currently have planned the idea that we will be departing out of Brisbane and ending up in Melbourne right before New Year's Eve. And then afterwards, there's more. We're actually having exclusive bookings that we have at a 5-star hotel. Chris and Alex can tell you a little bit about how I pick out a hotel. And then we will go ahead and they are currently scheduled where we're to co-host at one of Melbourne's, actually the #1 club in Melbourne for New Year's Eve. But there's more because you never know what other itineraries and what other bookings we're going to do. Because not only did we do this, but ladies, where did we actually meet? What city was that?
San Juan, Puerto
Puerto Rico.
Rico.
Oh, wait, I was there too. Stop it. Was this at a little convention that happened a couple of months ago? June-ish?
Yeah, it's
Possibly.
October.
October.
Last
Gosh,
October.
where was that?
I know it feels.
These guys are just blends together, to be fair.
So, and that's where we learned that, yes, we are a bunch of smart asses. But that being said, click to the next slide. So what we're doing here is just know that you have the opportunity. Anytime you guys want, you can go ahead and go with us on any of these journeys. If you have special itineraries that you're looking for, there's that Hussica again.
Makes her way. She makes her
Another picture with Jessica. Look at that. So in any event, but know that anything that we do is always going to be fun, and that we always are going to try and make these days count because, quite frankly, they don't come around a second time. One quick answer, Christy. I saw the question. I'm horrible at the chat. Yours, I actually saw. I'm going to email it to you. You actually have those benefits. Now, one other thing I want to point out. Roche and Callie are on this call. They are the most amazing people. I think it was some of the most amazing people that I've ever met, and I love them to pieces. Here's the thing. There are all types of January cruises. Is this the part where I tell them that they're going on that cruise? Hey, Roche and Callie, I forgot to tell you you're on this cruise. So just so you know. Don't ask questions. But that's where we got it. So we do have these fun ones because there are a whole bunch of new itineraries that were released for 2025 that really are slightly different than everything else that has been out there previously. And currently the price on this one is absolutely ridiculously low. Oh, this is one of my favorite ones. Yes. Lindsey, you got anything you want to add on, or do you want me to just talk about Istanbul and
No, this
That's
is
not
one of our
Pinocchio.
brand new itineraries. What I love is, of course, we are keeping the late day in Santorini. No, we're not doing the stairs again.
no?
No,
Too soon.
we're not.
Too soon.
We're not doing that. We trudged through, but nope, we're gonna do the little carry down cart. But yes, Istanbul. Then you've got Mykonos, which is always one of my favorites. Look, I got so many great things over there in those shops. Like I almost got fired when I got home, but yes, it was so much fun. And then
And I do want to let everyone know we are still judging them for Mykonos because you have to understand Mykonos, we were on with a whole bunch of social media influencers in their 20s and 30s. I don't know anything about that, but we were on with them and they all challenged us and said, oh God, what are those guys going to do? Mykonos is the #3 club in the world, right?
yes, indeed.
So since I have to report these things to you all, I said to Scott, we really have to go. Then we found out the main DJ doesn't come on until 3 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
Well, we go ahead and we go out and we spend all day at the #1 beach club in Mykonos. And our plan was to leave at 5 p.m. And next thing you know, it comes out and people come and they start adding themselves in. And the main performer comes on at, instead of 4:30, 8 o'clock because they were on their own time zone. And next thing you know, it's 10 o'clock and we had to get back to the ship. tender ourselves back onto the ship, shower change back off the ship within an hour, and then we were at the club for the lovely 3 a.m. DJ. As we were leaving the ship, here come all the 20 and 30 something influencers saying how they're tired. They spent too long out today and they can't make it. And I looked at them and said, Team Fat Old Men is on its way out to the dance club. For shame. But that's also where I learned, if my people are going to this, one, you should go to this club. But number two, if I'm booking you, you are not allowed to go unless I booked you tickets in advance. Because did you know that for $5 more than what the general admission ticket was, if you bought it in advance, you could get a VIP ticket? And did you know that the only people in VIP that was double the size of the rest of the club were, you're looking at it, and that we could literally reach over and touch the DJ if we wanted to? Oh, and then there was the whole outside area that had the waterfall and rocks, and it was indoor, outdoor, and then fireworks were going off over our heads. So all of you that ask about where that was, that's where that was. And I keep telling Chris and Alex that this should be a cruise they should be looking at, but you know, they're in their 20s and 30s, so they probably could have gone back to bed.
30s and 30s. Yes, we are already in bed.
No, it depends. We can go either way.
Then we also have this great one, England. Is this England, Iceland, and Norway? Yes, it is. Wow, look, it was written right there on the screen if I wanted to look at it, huh? Right. Oh, just checking. So that one, we have England, Iceland, and Norway. This is actually one of the more popular cruises for next year. It is filling up very, very, very quickly. I do have inventory locked in on this. This is one for anyone who's holding a My Next Virgin Voyage placeholder. Anyone who has that, this is one you want to use it on. I'm tired now. It's Lindsay's turn.
I got you. Tag. All right. So now we're talking about Portsmouth. And this is with the Bears, but this is always all inclusive, correct?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. But no, this is going, this is actually August 17th through the 30th. This is actually a sailing that we have going out of Portsmouth, which is right outside of London. What I love though is we have a long stay in Amsterdam, and then we're going over to Belgium, Glasgow, and then just enjoying that Irish Scottish feel as you're sailing out. So definitely have to try some nice little breweries while you're out there, some whiskey tasting, some bourbon tasting, highly recommended if that's your thing. And of course, getting those shore excursions in, because who doesn't love to go and try to find the Loch Ness Monster or something fun like that. Still haven't seen her. I know she's out there, Nessie. I keep looking for you every time. But of course, what I love is this is a great way for everyone to come together, really see the UK in all of its glory. And then, of course, coming back August 30th. Did I mention that this is the week after all the kids go back to school? So you've already put them back into school and you can say, bye, kids, and come back out. So keep that in mind. Also, kids are back in class and it's time for the adults to have some fun.
Lindsay, we may already have a circle on this if I can get to my computer later on this evening. So, you know, you can go.
Ooh.
You could be a
Tempted girl with
plus
a good
one.
time. You know, I'm always into going to the UK because, you know, Virgin's very UK like that.
And this one, I love the fact that you're actually going to explore Portugal. And then you get to go to Casablanca, Ibiza, Majorca. I mean, I don't even know what to add on this one.
What's Malaga?
Oh, it's Malaga? I can't tell because you put all the faces up over the right-hand side of the screen. So I'm guessing whatever it says.
Well, it was such a great guess. But is that 4 countries in how many days? Or even more? I want to say maybe that's even 5 countries.
I think it's 5 countries.
And this goes over my birthday. So I feel like I should be invited to this one. I'm just saying. That's for those Virgos out there. I saw some Virgo birthdays coming. I think we need to continue that in 2025 season.
Robin, she wants to go back.
But of course, with this one going out of Portsmouth, you really are going to have a one-of-a-kind experience, really that Virgin feel as you're going from the Virgin train down to Portsmouth and beyond. Oh, can I talk about this one?
Yes.
Awesome. So I actually, not only were you just crammed into this beautiful Zoom, whether you were able to get in or you're watching the recording later. I am really excited to offer free money for anyone that gets a new booking in before the 24th of this month. What happened?
It's not, no, you said free money. He started getting up to dance. I said, no.
Oh, that's right. I'm still waiting for that twirl, Scott. Still waiting for that Wonder Woman twirl. But what I really wanted to highlight is, of course, with our inclusions, I wanted to make sure that you had some exclusive loot that you were able to get. So I have two offers for you. Right now, I have a lot of opportunity to sail out of Barcelona. I know Sean highlighted a few of these itineraries, but I want to let you know that right now, for anybody that books in the next 7 days, there are some terms and conditions that Sean will make sure you know all the deets on. But if you make a brand new booking between today, which is the 15th, through the 24th, I will give you $100 if you book an Insider or Sea View cabin, $200 if you're in any of my Sea Terrace categories, which have the balcony. And then, of course, if you book into those mega rock stars or that rock star lifestyle, we will make sure that you have $400 worth of onboard credit. This is for the cabin, but this is something that you can use in the casino. You can use it in the spa. If you want to go and get that tattoo you've been eyeing, this is what you can do. Anything that you can purchase on the ship, you can use this onboard credit for. Like I said, this is an exclusive offer because you guys came in, you watched us, you laughed with us, you cried with us, you know, you watched a video that maybe worked, maybe didn't, but you came in. No shade, no shade. But you came
We
in
told
and
you to
I
drink
wanted,
before you got here.
it was non-alcoholic. I was ready. But you came, you saw, you conquered, and I want to gift you additional onboard credit for anybody that's able to book. But wait, there's one more. So that's for my Barcelona sailings. We're really needing to push those Barcelona sailings. I've got lots of inventory to fill in, but if Barcelona is not your jam, don't worry. We've got lots of different itineraries that Sean definitely highlighted and even more. But if you book any of those other itineraries, not sailing out of Barcelona, no worries. I'm still going to gift you some onboard credit. Now, of course, I have to dial it down just a bit, but you still have from the 15th through the 24th to go ahead and get booked. If you're in an Insider or Sea View cabin, it's $50 of onboard credit, $100 if you're in that Sea Terrace balcony cabin category, and of course $200 if you're in a Rockstar or Mega Rockstar suite. So either way, get your bookings in before the 24th at midnight. That way Sean does not have to give me a call at 12:01 and I have to make exceptions, but that way we can get you some onboard credit and you are set to sail with some money in your pocket. How does that sound? Everybody like free money?
Yes.
And I just want to say, all those who are in favor of Lindsey just agreeing that I already called her at 12:01.
It never happened.
So I've seen a lot of people raising their hands thinking you should just give me an exception. So there you go.
Well, you know, I'll be in Peru at that time and date, but you know, my WhatsApp has always got you on speed dial.
Woohoo. So that being said, I am running through and let's see here. We'll just answer any questions and feel free to go ahead and include and let's see and unmute yourself if you have anything we didn't get to it. And dine in cabin. If you choose to dine in your cabin, yes, you absolutely can. You do not have to dine at the restaurants. There is, if you have Deep Blue benefits, make sure you order a coffee or a drink with it so that so that way you won't have the room delivery charge. Otherwise, I think the charge is it's either $5 or $8. That's it. But all your food's included. There's no charge for the food or anything.
And they don't come in the room.
Yes, they do not. I love their delivery. What I hate when I go ahead and get room service at a hotel, they come with that damn cart and then they want to bring all this stuff in there. Like you had room for it anyway in your hotel, right? So then they want to bring everything in, everything. No, they give it to you and it's ingenious. It's basically, they just kind of hand it off to you. Everything's stacked up the way it should be on the plates and it actually still will be warm. It's kind of amazing. Well, the Deep Blue benefits are those things that are the benefits that come for those that have the Sea Rover status, Sea Blazer status, or that got status through Match and Seymour. And Christy, you got it through Match and Seymour. Let me know about these contests. That I need to know. Okay, the contest that they have on board the ship. Well, just know that they constantly have all types of different contests and they make things up as they go along sometimes, just kind of like we did tonight. So that being said, I would encourage you, just know that at the PJ party, they usually do some type of contest for best pajamas. They tell people to come out and strut their stuff. And that is one thing that you have now all learned. If you tell him to strut his stuff, you don't know what the hell's going to happen. Neither do I. We're all going to see it firsthand together. Okay. So
My
it's
mind
just
was
kind of like
blown.
when you ask Lindsey or I to do a presentation, you're hearing it the same time we are. Okay. So
Ta-da!
there you go.
Flawless.
Ta-da! And I really do apologize. Zoom was very, very bad tonight. I have 19 messages from folks that kept trying to get in, and there's nothing that is, we don't know why. It's like it just Zoom sent a system error in actually to just a few minutes ago. They set a system error message in on this. So we will get this done. We do have the recording set up, and we are going to be going ahead and posting that, not in the usual forums. And I know that Iceland cruise, guys, that is going to be ideal for you because of the other folks that I have going on that cruise. And that's it. And hey, look, Jason actually got in here.
What you did?
Yeah, I called him out earlier too, but I didn't know because he didn't have
I
that
missed
shirt
that.
on. I didn't see
There
the
he is.
shirt. It was like, where is it? Oh, sure, he's hiding now. So, oh, but you're not wearing the shirt. So
Jason!
that's it.
All right. Let's go to Scotland.
Our flights included in the packages. Flights are not included in the prices that you saw up online, but if you want flights to be included, just send us a text. We can tell us where you're flying out of, and we'd be able to tell you the flights for that. What day are you flying in for Portsmouth? I recommend when you're doing the international ones, you can fly in and go the night, the day you leave Friday night, you'll get there Saturday morning and that's fine. But I have had several sailors in the last year. It doesn't matter what airline they're flying, where one person was flying American, another one was on Lufthansa, where the flight just didn't happen on time. And they actually got bumped until the next day, even though there was no reason. It's just, I've had a lot of that. So I do recommend you fly in the day before. So if the cruise was on Sunday, I would recommend you fly Friday night so you arrive on Saturday.
It's always good.
Yeah, and because what ended up happening for both of them, they were flying in early, so they both made their cruise because they missed the Friday flight, didn't happen, so they were able to fly on Saturday and still get to the cruise. And that's it. Okay, well, that's it. If anybody's got any questions, feel free to let us know. If anybody wants to know more from Lindsey, let us know. Anybody got
Absolutely.
anything for Chris and Alex? Let us know. Oh, everybody can unmute by certainly. You don't have to type anything. You can just.
And don't
Really?
forget, I'm offering free money for anyone that books in the next days. We have until the 24th at midnight to get those in. Definitely reach out to Sean, and maybe Chris and Alice can teach us how to do an Instagram live next.
Yeah, I'm willing to take that on, and we will show both of you, and it'll be a great time. It's not as scary as you may think. It's a little
Well,
scary at first, but
who's going to turn my phone on? That's what I want to know.
you're gonna have to at least do that part.
I
for us.
mean, you
Quiet
guys.
down. I'll see you in a few.
Yeah, I was like, you guys got to do it. So we did have a question about booking. Anybody needs to book, just go ahead and give me a call or a text, and we will certainly take care of you. And Mr. Goller, I saw you were on here earlier. I sent you a text also. I want to make sure that you see your text message because I got all that finally got approved at 4:54 today.
Awesome.
So
Well, thank you all
Yeah.
so much for allowing me
Oh,
to
there he is.
chat and come through, but it's been good to meet you all. Hi.
Yes, thank you all for coming, and anyone that's
Thank
here
you
through
for-
us sharing about it too. The best way to book the trip to be on the one that we're hosting is through Sean. None of this would be possible without Sean or Lindsey, and so that we have a circle, which is kind of like our group. It's another word for it on Virgin. You basically have to go through Sean as the connected traveler, and we have his links, and he left his phone number here. So the way to do the booking is through him.
Absolutely. And what I love too, when it comes to groups, for those that like to order in dinner in and not do everything, you don't, with our groups program, you don't have to hold hands and skip down the halls and sing Kumbaya together. This is really how you want to experience. So if you want to sit with Chris and Alex or Sean and Scott every hour, I'm sure they could make that happen. Or if you just want to pop in, say hi, and go and do your own thing, that's a great way to experience Virgin Voyages also. So it's always fun.
I mean, there
We'll
are some
make it
folks
worth
on the
your
call
while.
that have traveled with us, and I'm fairly certain that the therapy that they've been in since then
Yeah.
you know, I do want to point out that we did get a text message from one woman that traveled with us last New Year's Eve saying how she thinks she's finally no longer pickled. But you know, there's that. So anybody have anything you want to add in? I'm going to turn that recording off while I think of it, because otherwise.
Question.
Oh, no, I stopped the share. I didn't stop the recording. I have no idea what I did. Oh, no, it's okay. Oh, there you go.
I would just add that this is the type of energy to expect from traveling with us. You know, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of like community, some probably deep chats thrown in there, some games, some theming, dressing up. But we always try to make sure any time is a good time and we don't want to waste anyone's time. So
Yeah.
some debauchery, some, you know, less debaucherous things. We like a good mix and a good variety. So
Okay. All right.
Done?
All right. Guess we're done.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks,
Bye,
everybody.
guys.
Bye, guys.
Enjoy your night.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Like a little dog.
How do? Oh, then you hit that. Are you sure you want to stop recording to the iCloud? Yeah.